Hi everyone, it's Eric from ecartman12.blogspot.com and welcome to my unboxing and review of the HooToo 7-port USB 3.0 hub. Now big thanks must go over to HooToo for sending me this over to review, and now I'll let you know how much this costs and where you can purchase this from at the end of this video. Now before I actually kick off this video, I'd like to also say that you might notice a difference in video quality and maybe possibly a difference in audio quality. That's because for this video I'm using the Nikon D5100 and I'm using the Sony clone stereo microphone, which is what I use for pretty much all the rest of my unboxing and reviews and videos. So let's get into this video. Now you can see over here, here's the 7-port 3.0 USB hub, it says over here. And this is what the device actually looks like. Over here, let's just see if I can get this camera to focus. And you can see right there the HooToo. And over here we've got some very important information, which again I'll need to focus this in. Please excuse me if you do hear any sort of focusing noises, but this is the first time I'm actually using this kind of camera. So this is just a tester sort of thing. So over here you can see you've got the product name, you've got the model number, and you've got it says this is capable of USB 3 speeds. Material uses plastic, it's got this kind of chipset, dimensions, weight, and the operating systems it works on pretty much all versions of Windows, including Mac OS X, which is what I'll be using this on. And here's some various other features. So plug and play, 7-port USB hub supports hot swap function and no need to install drives. That's very good. With the less drives that are installed, the easier our lives will be. It's 7 individual indicator LEDs show the working status of each USB port, and it's got the various inputs and also USB 3.0 transfer speeds. So that looks all well and good. Now let's unbox this device. And here is the HooToo USB 3.0 itself. Let's take this out. Oh, it's quite nicely presented, but it's really quite stuck in there. Let's just see if I can. Okay, you know what? This is one of those times I'm actually going to have to... There we go. There, ripped off a bit of the wrapper. So here it is. Let's just pop this to one side, and let's see what else we get in the box. So we've got a 3-pin UK plug, as I'm living in the UK here. That's really quite nice that they sent me this with a 3-pin UK plug, because as far as I'm concerned, this is not available in the UK yet. I might be wrong, and if you see this in the description, it's probably either because I was wrong or because there's a new sort of like UK link, but there you go. So 3-pin UK plug, and you've got full-size USB to what looks like... Not entirely sure what kind of connector this is. I'm really not entirely sure. Let's just let the camera focus in on that. Which it's not doing a very good job of doing. This is my first time using a DSLR. But anyway, yeah, the full-size USB right there, and another sort of different kind of connector right over there. And over here, let's see what this is. We've got the HooToo, looks like a user manual, lets you know how to actually get up and running with this device. But it should be quite self-explanatory. We should be able to know how to use this. Bring this in shot right here, and let's take a look at it. So let's take off this protective film. It's got one on the front, and it's also got one on the back. Okay, so full gloss design, which I personally don't mind. The more glossy these things are, I think they look more slick. The only thing I think about these is that they do get a lot of fingerprints, but that not too much of a problem to me. So you've got 7 ports, or so 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's very, very light. I'm very surprised. Hear a tiny little noise there, but it's very, very light. I'm very surprised how light it is. So what I'm going to do now is go put this through its paces and tests, and then I will come back to you with a better description and also a full review. And I might have switched camcorders by then, but this is like just a test to see how the quality of the first half of this video look like with the DSLR. Okay, I'm back, and now I've switched to the Panasonic SD90 instead of that Nikon D5100. Oh, that one was a bit awkward to actually use. Anyway, let's actually talk about the HooToo 7-port USB hub. Now, as you can see, this has 7 ports, as I said earlier in the unboxing, and I'm just going to let you know one thing I like. Some things I like about the design. Now, yes, it is glossy black, the type that attracts dust and fingerprints, but again, this is not the kind of thing that bothers you, and you'll most likely have this in a different kind of location, like on top of your computer or something, and if you put your computer in a kind of drawer or something, or in a sort of section below your desk, you won't really notice this device. One thing I like about the design is these little rubber grips pads over here, so when you actually put it here, it's not going to start sliding away, and look, as you see, I'm forcing it to move, so it really is going to stay there. As you can tell, it does not like just slide around the desk, which is a very, very neat feature. and as you can see over here, you got all those USB ports, and it does allow you to connect up to 7 USB ports, which really is great. Now, I'm going to cut to the point right here. I would not personally use this for a laptop. If you got a laptop, then this person I would not really use. Why? Well, because laptops you can easily access the USB ports that are on the laptops, and you wouldn't really want to use this kind of thing. It's just going to be like clutter your table or your lap or something if you're going to want to connect stuff on this using your laptop. This is much more suited onto desktop computers, the towers, due to the fact that on towers you only have a few USB ports, mainly 2 on the front, and on the back you've got the rest of the USB ports, which is just a pain to get to. Well, if you need more USB ports, then this is the correct setup. You can just get one of these, put them on the front or on top of your sort of like desktop on your tower, and then you can just start connecting a whole bunch of USB devices to it. So this is great for that kind of use. And over here you've got, which I'll just cover, you've got a sort of like power. This is basically one thing so you can connect to your computer, and this is also just so you can actually connect this to the mains in a way. Now that I think is really down to, say if you want to connect stuff like hard drives or passports and stuff like that, that's what that is for, and it should provide more power for those kind of devices. Now, my real-time experience with this, how did this fare and how long did it take to actually copy big files across? Well, for me personally, I do not notice a big difference when actually copying files across, although this did do it a little bit faster. It was just a little bit faster, which was actually quite nice, but it wasn't like a deal breaker kind of faster. So this was fast, but what I did really like was the fact I can just connect loads of my USB dongles to it and passports without having to at all worry that I'm going to run out of space. And it's just like a kind of weight was off my shoulders, and the times when I had to like copy a whole bunch of files off of my backup devices onto my computer, just pop them all into here, and I don't need to like worry by giving 2 at a time or something like that. So this really was great for that. Every time you connect a USB to it, there's these LEDs all light up telling you which port you're using. And overall, this was like a really nice kind of device to actually use. It's really a nice bit of kit, and very useful as well. And now, if I had to nitpick, there you go. That's my nitpick. You can hear that little rattling sound in there. Everything was perfectly fine, so I don't know why that rattling sound is there. Maybe it's just with this version I've got right here. But as it stands, everything about this is great. It's very lightweight as well, which I really do appreciate. Durability, well, I don't know, if you do drop something like this, I don't think you'll be able to survive anything too violent, but really this will be only like in a very low level of your house, and if you did drop it, it should survive, although it is plastic, so don't quote me on that. But the thing is, durability with these things, you should not be able to drop these things. But anyway, I really do like the way this actually performs. It is very good. I really like the way it just like stands on the desk, and you could use this for laptop scenarios. I could see, like say if you are the type who tethers your laptop to a desk, then when you're on the go you take it with you. If you tether your laptop on a desk, then this could work wonders with your laptop. Now, pricing. How much does this cost? Well, this costs $69.99. No UK pricing yet. No, don't quit out this video yet. Well, that's what the price is. That's the regular retail, but now the price is $34.99. So the price of this really, I'd say, is quite decent. Now, I'd say it's only worth picking up if you really are going to be like a hardcore user and really like connecting many hard drives or WD passports or USB thumb drives. Then pick one of these up and you'll get a lot of bang for your buck. Really, this is a very good device. And it's very useful as well. Me personally, I don't deal with too many USBs. I did have to deal with quite a few when I was actually testing this out, but in my real life scenarios, it's very rare I use a whole bunch of USB devices. But for the most part, for those of you that you'd really love something like this. This really would make things a lot easier for you, especially if you have to deal with desktop computers. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been Eric from ecotman12.blogspot.com. Please thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.